Are we rolling? We're good?
Yeah, that's all making it, too.
All right, welcome back to the BotchPod. The BotchPod. The BotchPod. The BotchPod. The worst podcast in the world. Welcome back to the BotchPod, the worst podcast in the world. First off, 92.5% of you don't subscribe. That's insane. You're watching this, you don't subscribe. It's
Fuck
a button,
you, dude.
It's
Sub.
a button. That's all it is.
Sub for
It's a fucking
Icelandic,
button.
our new sponsorship.
Okay. Today we have Maya.
Hi, I'm back with different hair.
With different hair.
Thank you for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
I feel like you always have different hair.
Yeah, I have like some weird disorder that, like every 2 months I have to change my hair or else I have a manic episode, so.
I want to say you said that last time, and I want to say, no, did I say this? I don't know. But like, I didn't know that you changed your hair from, I think I see on Instagram, it's just red, like most of the time, right? Like
Yeah.
red is like a go-to type thing, like
It suits me really
feeling
well.
like the mermaid and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
More
okay.
like poison ivy, but like,
Poison
yeah.
ivy, okay. I got you on that, okay. I expected red, not gonna
Yo,
lie.
that would have matched the lights, honestly.
The red.
Oh
If
my
you had
god,
red
that would
hair.
be sick,
But
yeah.
like the black is just like more of a vibe. Like I feel like we're like changing it up here and
I feel like I'm giving like really spicy, like
yeah, clickbaits.
little edgy. Yeah.
Like good. Thank you.
So we were talking right before this. You've been on Fresh and Fit 12 times?
About, yeah, I would say. I love Fresh and Fit. I think we talked about this last time. I
we
actually do
did.
love them. They're very respectful to me. I've always been respectful towards them. They have great fans, and we always have really good, I wouldn't say debates because we do necessarily agree with each other. I like to see their point of view. They like to see mine. The other girls, though, I'd say are not very open-minded, and they're kind of like, no, girls rule the world type thing, rather than like, okay, I can see the men's point of view,
Okay.
So me and him were just talking literally the other day, but there was a clip and it was like somebody paid like $50 to them to ask, I think it was Fit, whatever the fuck his name is. He was like,
Fresh.
he's like, ask the girl next to you to name 3 continents. And the girl
Please tell me
goes,
she couldn't.
I do OnlyFans.
Oh my lord.
She thought they said content, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, so from my experience, I've met a lot of nice girls that come on there, but I would say a lot of their brains are the size of a peanut. Because there's a lot of times that like they would ask a question and they would literally stare there like, what? Like, what did you just ask? And it's just like, I mean, they didn't really ask anything complicated.
Yeah.
Where's your answer to that? Yeah, so they're not the brightest, I'd say.
So how does it like run down? Fuck, I had it in my. Okay, so like you guys, I feel like I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't really watch much. You might know this more than I would. But like, there's like no like behind the scenes or like setting up with them, right? It's just like the podcast. That's it. Like some other podcasts do like a behind the scenes type thing. Is it just the podcast that they do?
So it's really dope. They have their whole like studio and everything set up in like an apartment. And like they have all their production, doing everything. But sometimes you'll get behind the scenes like, I would say like they only do that when girls are being disrespectful and they're like, you got to get up and go, and then they refuse to. And then they're kind of like, okay, well, just so this girl doesn't make it out to be like we're doing something wrong, like, here's proof of that. But I wouldn't say we've ever done really too much behind the scenes, like maybe take some like pictures and stuff beforehand, but like.
There was an episode where you were like dancing on a fucking pole or something, wasn't it?
Okay. So, they have a really dope spinning pool behind us when we're like doing the podcast, and a lot of times the fans will be like, "Oh, can you have so and so go on the pole?" And like they'll tip or whatever. And my first podcast I did with them, I hopped on the pole and just pulled out some tricks, and they shot a money gun. It's like super cool, but I wouldn't say every girl does it. A lot of people are actually scared to touch it, which I don't know why, but.
Right.
I mean, hey, you gotta have some fun.
Yeah. I mean, if you know how to do it, like I might as well show off,
Oh, I
right?
have fun with it. I mean, I wish
Exactly.
I had a little more room to like do tricks because it's a little crowded in the corner, but we still make it work.
Cool. So like, I'm more interested like. as somebody who's been there multiple times, like I would consider you probably like an expert. You've gone through the process of just like even showing up. Like, how does it work? Like do all the girls like meet up beforehand and all show up at one time, or do you show up one at a time individually, or?
So you either get scouted out by the team, or you can like message them and ask if you can be on. And then once you get the confirmation, you show up. Normally we wait for every girl to come in the lobby, so we all go up together, and then he'll pretty much go over rules. You know, you just sign the contracts. It's okay to be on the podcast, and then from there you just like, you know, we either drink a little bit or like chat, and then we'll do like pictures and videos of us like about to go on and saying like, hey, like tune in because it's live, and then we just all sit down and just talk.
Okay, cool. Now, do you girls like? I'm not saying every time because obviously every time is different. But do you guys like ever like hang out afterwards? Like,
Yeah. So some of us will invite us to the club and be like, hey, like, do you want to come drink with us? And like some of us will. I've gone a couple times with my girlfriends and it's been chill, you know.
Okay.
It's just like it almost just feels like we're in the club with a promoter type of situation, but instead like we're all friends and we're just having a good time.
Cool. All right. I was just curious how that worked. I don't know. I feel like not many
So
people.
we didn't really touch on it last time, but we kind of just touched on it. Dancing.
Yeah.
What is it like? How do you like it? You've gone back and forth between doing it,
Yeah.
right?
So I've been a dancer I've been a dancer my whole life, but I got into like the exotic dancing when I was 18. And I have to say, in the beginning, it was very nerve-wracking because I've never done anything like that. So it was like, this is a whole new dancing world. You really have to get comfortable with like people wanting to touch you, saying sexual things, like looking at you like you're a piece of meat, pretty much. And like, I'm tired of kind of seeing on TikTok and Instagram, like girls are glamorizing the dancer world and making it out to be like, oh, it's so much fun. Like this is the best like job ever. And it's like, it's really not. All the trauma that comes with it, all the negativity, you know, you have really hard times with relationships. And I'm not even just talking like a boyfriend or a girlfriend, also your family. Like people don't support it. They think that like you're doing the absolute worst. And honestly, you're not, but you kind of are, I guess. It's really how you like perceive it. So like I've been to clubs where you could be either topless or you could take your bottoms off. I never take either off. I personally just feel like no matter how much money you pay me, I'm not that comfortable to be out here like that. And most of the clubs will let you choose that. Now, a lot of clubs will have a strict rule that you have to, and I personally choose not to work at those clubs. Also too, like going back to being touched. I have a very big rule, like even my friends, like my family, don't touch me. So it's like you kind of have to play like this character that is just not yourself to appeal to everybody. And you have to be used to guys like grabbing you all the time, touching you, you know, telling you really fucked up sexual things in your ear and like, you know, just rolling it like, yeah, okay. I mean, the only upside I would say is like, yeah, you're getting a great workout in, but also you're making a bunch of money. But it's not something I would choose for a long-term career. It's like, I'm doing it to get me through like school and get me into my business. And like, I don't know. It's just, I hate how people glamorize it when there's just so much more.
Right. It's not like it's like a, like they make it sound like it's easy kind of a type thing. Because I've seen, I know what like kind of TikToks you're talking about and stuff like that. But like, it's not.
No.
It's not like the grass is greener over here type thing. Like they're just not mentioning the fucked up parts about it.
Oh yeah, like there's multiple times that like I've had in the past like dudes literally like try and strangle me and like beat the shit out of me.
Like in the club?
In the club, where I've literally had bouncers come and like attack them and shit. I've had dudes try and follow me out the club to like stalk me. I've had incidents where I've gotten into actual fights with girls and beat the shit out of them, and it's like they don't realize that like you're stepping into a realm where everybody is on alert, like all the girls. Like we each all have our own trauma and fucked up shit, and it's like now you got like men that are just constantly disrespecting you, and it like adds to that fire. So it's like there's just so much negativity in the club. I hate to say it, but like if you talk to any dancer, none of them is gonna be like, yeah, I absolutely love it here. This is the best job ever. no, it's good because we all make thousands of dollars and it's like chill.
Right.
You know?
So do me a favor real quick. I don't want to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good.
Do me a favor. Our audience is typically our audience, not the audience that the guest will bring in, but like our audience is typically like, I would say like a little bit younger dudes, mostly male.
Yeah.
But judging off the analytic that he read, who aren't subscribed, but neither here nor there. Like for the people who are watching right now, who maybe haven't been to a strip club or maybe are like really scared or something like that, like what's the best way to like approach it? And just give me like the most cordial way, like exactly. We know what you don't want to do, but what do you want to do to like catch your eye?
So you want to be very respectful. If you come off very aggressive and, you know, disrespectful, it kind of like gives me the ick, and it's like I don't even want to talk to this dude. You know, try and be a gentleman. Have a conversation with me. Like, don't just be like, oh, hey, ma, like come over here and try and smack my ass type of shit. Like, no, like be respectful and be like, hey, you know, like how's your day? How are you? What's your name? You know, small talk goes a lot further than just trying to be all like sexual real quick and aggressive. And like the more you talk to the girl and acknowledge her, the more she's gonna wanna sit there and acknowledge you. And then, you know, it could take to a back room, or it could take to, you know, you tipping her on stage. It's just like, be respectful. When you're respectful, it gets you further. And when you go into a strip club, like, don't run up to a girl and immediately try and touch her, unless she gives you like the green flag to like, hey, you know, you could hug me, you can, you know, rub my shoulder or something. But don't go up to a girl and grab her tits and grab her ass and be like, yeah, like you're coming with me, because like no girl likes that. It's just, ugh, like don't touch me type thing, you know?
Okay, so question, like I've been in Miami, right? And a lot of times there, they'll fucking just run up to guys and massage their shoulders and do all that shit. So like, is that a green flag for the guy to fucking do shit back? Like, I don't...
See, I've also worked in Miami, and
it's a lot different in Miami than it is in Buffalo.
It is a lot different. So I'm not going to mention certain nationalities, but there is a certain nationality that those girls in their country, that's like a thing where like they have to be assertive and aggressive, and like they think that like prostitution is real, and like that's not a thing in the US. Like I don't know what goes on in other countries, but like that's like a disrespectful thing to say to a girl. And like especially if you're American, like we don't do that. Like we're here to make money, but like not be dirty with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's every girl, because there is girls out there like that, but most of the girls that are that certain nationality, they'll come up to you and literally drag you to a room, and like the guy would be like, no, like let go, you know. They'll get scared. And it's like, it's never good to be that aggressive and assertive, because now you're making your customer feel like uncomfortable, and then they feel like they have to do something because you're gonna get violent. And it's like, the whole process on both parties is you want to be as smooth and kind as possible, because the more you respect each other, the more they're going to want to come back and see you and tip you more, and like the more you're going to want to keep him as a regular, because it's like, damn, I got good treatment, he's giving me good money, like I definitely would talk to you again. But like if you're just aggressive and assertive both ways, it's like, okay, I'll never talk to this person again, never give them money.
Right.
So there's like morals both ways in the strip club. I never really thought about the girl being aggressive like that, but now that you mention, I've seen like videos of like women like, yanking dudes.
I've seen it in Miami, definitely.
Yeah.
It, like Miami's a whole nother world.
Yeah, a whole nother world. I've seen it
and I know,
firsthand.
I know what nationality you're talking about.
But literally, I've seen it firsthand. A girl one time, I was working, and she wanted this guy to come with her, and he was like, no, you know, I don't want to. And she was like, yes, and like grabbed him by the throat and like dragged him to the VIP room. And I felt so bad, because this dude was just like telling her like, no, like I'm not comfortable to go. And she was like, I don't care, and just ripped him. And he was just like, at this point, like, I don't know what to do.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, because like if a girl's assertive like that, like a lot of men are scared to like fight back, because then they might hit him, and then it's like the guy can't hit the girl, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like they kind of just fall into the trap, and they're like, shit, like I'll just have to get this over with, you know?
Yeah,
Do you think that's a play by the girls though? Because they know that?
For those type of girls,
Yeah,
like in
for
their head, they
sure,
use it to their advantage. Like they're even nasty with females, and I've seen it too, where they'll drag the females, and I'm like, I don't understand. Like I can't wrap my head around it. Like I can be nasty if I want to be, but I would never take a customer like that. Like if you tell me like, no, I'm not comfortable, or no, I don't want to do this, I'm not gonna sit there and force you. Like that's just like going against your freedom, and it's like, now I feel like I'm hurting you, and no, I just would never want to make someone uncomfortable like that.
Right.
And a lot of these girls don't think like that. They just think like they're money hungry. That's what it is. Like they'll look and think like, oh, I can really rob this man's wallet, and I don't care if he tells me yes or no, I'm gonna take it. And like girls like that really are not humble, and I hate to say it, like are very lost, and they need to like focus on the bigger picture. Like you're here to make money, but not literally make people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
That makes sense. It does.
Where do you think a lot of those girls are like going in life?
It's really sad to say, like, I'm about to be 24, and I know I've been dancing for a long time, but again, like, I'm doing it for other reasons. These girls are like, there's girls I met that are almost like 50 years old, still dancing, have no motive, have no business, like, just thinking that's what they're gonna do for the rest of their life. I've also met 30-year-olds that are like, yeah, like, I've kind of just given up on life, and this is just my career. And in my head, I'm like, I'm not gonna judge you because I don't know your like backstory and everything, but like at the same time, like, girl, come on. Like all these years that you made that money should have been put away or put towards something to like be bigger and better. Like I'm not saying dancing is bad, but like it's definitely not a long-term career. Like do it while you're young and flexible and look good, but like make sure you have an end goal to do something bigger and better for yourself. Cause like I will tell you right now, like I've had relationships where some of them have been comfortable with me dancing, others have not. And I've literally stopped dancing for my partner because like in my head, like I would want my partner to respect me and I would never want to disrespect them. So like if that means I have to give up dancing to respect my relationship, then I would. But like I also made sure when I did that, I had money and other jobs set aside so I wouldn't be falling down, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of these girls don't. A lot of these girls are very lost and think that dancing is literally the only thing they have to grasp on.
So like what age do you think you're gonna stop?
I'm almost done with school. So when I'm done with school, like I should already be on to my career next level. So I would say probably in the next like year or two, I'm trying to like move away from the scene. Maybe once in a great moon, if I go on vacation somewhere cool, maybe I'll go dance for a night or two. But like, other than that, like I'm trying to get to the next level in my life and I don't know, just like leave that past life behind.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't know it was like that. So you could just show up like, say you're on vacation for 2 weeks in Miami and just be like, oh, like, I feel like making some money and just.
As long as you like, as long as you pass the audition and like, they're cool with it, you're good. But like there's some places like Vegas, you have to go through like a whole background check, sheriff's card, fingerprints. So like some states are not as easy to just come back and do that. I mean like Miami's cool and all. I feel like it's overpopulated now because of the TikTok culture.
Yeah.
But I mean, most of the places that I've worked, I've gone away for a while and even like stopped the job completely for a little bit. And then just came back just because I also make sure that I'm good with everybody and I never have any drama or problems.
Cool. No, that's
Interesting.
No, yeah. I didn't know that either. Like,
Yeah, like I didn't know you could just show up and like.
so you say you have to like pass an audition. That's almost every time unless they know you.
But like if you do it once, you can just hit that guy up and be like, yo, can I?
Okay, so like, for example, when I work in Miami, I have 2 clubs I work at, and if I go past 30 days of my contract, then I have to re-audition, no matter who I know. So if I re-audition, yes, I have a greater chance of me being rehired, but then there's also a chance that they could just be like, no, sorry, I don't want you. So it's kind of just like, it really just depends because like you have to have the look, the body, the personality. If you don't have any of that, like they will literally like tear you apart and be like, no.
So how's the audition process go?
It's scary. I will admit it's like very scary. Even me, like I've surprisingly, knock on wood, because I don't want it to happen, but I've never been turned down from any club. And I've had friends that have gone with me and literally been turned down and they were like, no, you're not working here. And it's like sad because then like it makes me feel like, damn, like I'm sorry, but like I have to go make my bag, you gotta make yours. But the process is like, you go into the club, you speak to a manager, they give you a contract. No, you speak to the manager, they bring you in the dressing room, you get changed, you wait to be brought on stage. Then you'll have either like, so I haven't really danced anywhere besides New York and Miami, but in Miami how they do it is there's 6 managers and you have to dance in front of them. And you have like, I think it's like 10, 15 seconds on stage. They check your body out, they check your moves. If they like you, they like you. And you have to get a yes from every manager. If you get one no, you're done.
Really?
Wow. Yeah.
And you only have like 10 to 15 seconds to just like
yes. You
get out
literally
there
go
and
on
bust
stage
it?
real quick, like do like a shimmy, you know, look how hot.
Really?
And if like all 6 of them, if one of them says no, you're done.
Like,
Do you get to pick the song?
Well, dude, does it even matter if you pick the
it's
song
like-
in 10 or 15 seconds?
No, you literally like walk up on stage in the middle of like the whole club going on. So like there's customers that watch you. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's even scarier. Yeah, so you go on stage and there's customers that were just dancing and talking to the girls that were on stage beforehand. And they all have to watch you go through this little like interview real quick. And it's like you have 10, 15 seconds to get on stage, you know, like show whatever. And then they'll be like yes or no to like the house mom. And then she'll be like, everybody get off stage. She'll take you in the back and then she'll be like, you made it, you didn't, you did. And then like, if you made it, you have to sign, you know, your contracts, whatever. And then you can go dance.
Really?
Wow.
It's very scary. I remember like, I was 19 years old when I auditioned for Club 11. Mind you, I had no idea about Miami. Like, I was still new to the dancer world. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to Miami. And I walked up in the club and I was like, this is nuts. Like, this is the biggest club I've ever been in. And they were like, yeah, like, you have 10, 15 seconds to get on stage, audition. My girlfriend's with me, and I felt so bad because they told her no and told me yes. And she had to go to, like, 3 other clubs to find, like, her niche. And I ended up staying, but like I would watch these girls come in and they would like choose nobody or just one girl of every
Really?
girl.
Damn.
I just can't get over the 10 to 15 seconds. Like, I thought you'd at least
Yeah.
have like a fucking song or
So
something.
like here in New York, when I first auditioned, I had a full song. But
Okay.
in Miami, no, you don't have a full
Well, yeah,
song.
yeah, that makes sense. It does.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
Yeah.
What is your favorite club so far that you've...
I don't know. I
And
really
like
love
to work at? Are
Yeah.
you saying?
Yeah, to work
okay.
at,
Or
yeah.
just
So I really love Club 11, but for different reasons. So like, I'm more of like a gentleman's type of girl. Like I don't really like to do back rooms as much. Sometimes, you know, I like to just sit at the table and I get paid heavy. Or clubs like 11, I get paid to like dance at a table. So I'm in like a section.
Right.
And I like that more because like, I don't have to go to a back room. But clubs like Gold Rush, that's also in Miami, I do have to do like VIP rooms, which aren't bad because like, you know, they're more expensive. It's just, I'm not a very touchy person. So it's like, you constantly have to dance on them and touch them. And it's like, you're not naked or anything. It's just, I don't know. I just don't like people touching me. And I know
Right.
it's a wrong industry, but like,
no, yeah, no.
if I could be at a table just like, you know, shaking my ass and like I'm covered in lingerie and like they're just throwing money at my head and shit.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm here for that. Like,
Right, I get it. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine I would. Yeah, no.
I've only been to Tootsie's in Miami.
I've never been to Tootsie's, but I've heard some things. I've heard how,
It was
yeah.
a lot different than Buffalo.
Yeah, a lot of people have told me some crazy stories about Tootsie's, and I was like, yeah, that's just not my cup of tea. I'm also a stage girl, so I really
What's
love...
wrong with Tootsie's? What have you heard?
No.
Oh no! No! You don't need to
You
say
don't
that.
gotta
Caleb.
get
I'm
into
like, I don't think your audience...
She
is,
said she's not a very VIP person.
No,
so
no, okay.
Tootsie's is, I feel
Very
like, very,
VIP.
Yeah, okay,
very
okay.
VIP.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I'm more of like,
Gotcha.
you know, the bottle service and stage type. You know, I make
Yeah.
my money best that way. But also the stage, I really love doing pole tricks. I learned all myself. Like I would sit in the corner and just watch girls on the pole, and like I would just look where they put their hands and put their legs, and I'd be like, okay, so this is how you do that. And then I'd just go on stage and do it in front of mad people. Like, I've fallen on my head.
So you ever fall like in front of people and shit?
Yeah.
How embarrassing is that?
You just kind of roll out of it, and you're like, it's fine, you
Yeah,
know?
no, it's got to be a goofy one, you know? It's like, I fucked up, whatever.
I would say my worst one was I was doing a trick where, this is going to be hard to explain. So I went upside down, and like my hands were the only thing attached to the pole. So my whole body weight was in my hands. And I was trying to like do this one trick. It was almost like a flagpole, and my body just wasn't strong enough to like hold it. It was the first time I did it. And I ended up like dropping down the pole and smacked my head on the ground. And I literally just did a somersault into a split. And I was like, yeah, you know, that was supposed to happen.
Meant to do that.
Yeah. And like
Shit.
people came up and threw money at me, and I was like, okay, at least no one's
You
laughing.
should
like,
fucking fall more often than people throw money.
yeah, I think they
they
felt bad, and they were like, okay, here, you know.
You gotta get that feel bad money once in a while. Yeah, fuck yeah.
What's like the worst thing that's ever happened to you dancing?
Oh Lord.
I don't mean to bring you down traumatic lane here,
Oh
but
Lord.
Oh, you don't
okay.
need to bring up crazy shit. It's
No,
just
no,
like,
no.
like
It's
a funny
not
story or
traumatizing
something.
to me. It's more so
Okay.
like, I wish it just never happened. There's a couple of different stories. So there was one time I had this weird hillbilly looking customer, and he wanted to buy a dance. I'm like, fine. So a dance is normally one song. So we go for one song, and he was like, I don't want you to dance, and we're just chatting, and he looks at my arm, and like he's just going like this. And I'm like, okay, you know, nothing weird. And then he's looking at my skin, and he's like, Tim, your skin is so soft and like glowy. And I was like, oh, like, you know, thanks.
Buffalo Bill shit, bro.
And I'm like, it's not weird, thanks. And then all of a sudden he's like, no, like really though, your arm looks really tasty. And I'm like, what do you mean like by tasty? And he's like, yeah, so like I'm just gonna be honest with you, like my niche is like I love to bite people's skin and kind of like rip it off. And he's like, I've done it to my ex-girlfriend multiple times where she'd literally let me take a bite out of her skin, and I would just like get pleasure from that. And I like snatched my hand, and I was like, no, what do you mean? And he was like, so like would you like let me take a bite out of your arm and like drink your blood? And I was like, security? Nope, I gotta go right now. And I literally was having a heart attack. Also, I was 19 years old, okay? So I was like scared shitless this man was gonna eat me. And I swear to God, he like came back immediately, and he's like, what's going on? I told him. I'm like standing in the corner, and I'm like, I don't even know what to do or say. And like I told him, and he was like, bro, are you a fucking cannibal? And he was like, honestly, like I just really love skin. And I was like,
You know, dude, everybody's got their fetishes, man.
God, yeah, it's still, I think about that sometimes. I'm like,
bro's out here talking.
is that next though? Is that the next thing? Is that the
Dude,
next thing?
well, I don't know, like,
they're
there's
trying to normalize like pedophilia now.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not either.
They are. That's what
okay,
they're trying to move on.
You're a sicko if you're
Thank you.
a pedophile.
What do they call them now, bro? They call them what the
minor
fuck?
attracted people.
Minor attracted peoples. They're just trying to change up the name. Yeah.
No, bro, you're a pedophile, and if you touch a kid, I'm punching you in the throat.
Dude, that's what they're trying to call them, though.
That's what they're trying to
Minor
do. And then
attracted people.
next is cannibals.
Cannibals, bro. Fucking
insane.
cannibals,
I wish,
guys.
like, I felt like I was literally in a movie scene, like it was about to be a horror film, because, like, from the way he was touching and looking and licking his lips.
How old was
I'm
he?
like,
How old was he?
he looked like he was like 50, maybe 60.
Oh no.
Like, I'm talking like
So
straight.
hopefully, so you said you were 19? Mm-hmm. How old are you now? 24? Mm-hmm. Hopefully he's dead now. If he's that
Yeah,
old.
I mean, sorry, West Virginia,
Bro,
but
fuck
West
that guy.
Virginia
Or in
scares
jail.
me.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck you, bro.
I'm sorry to West Virginians, but y'all kind of scare me because, like, I also had a very similar incident with, like, some weird-looking cannibals at a gas station one time. Yeah, man, people just want to eat me for no reason.
Fucking cannibal. Dude.
Yeah,
Fuck.
but, like,
What the
he
fuck?
just reminded me of, like, West Virginia people, and I was like, are you from West Virginia? And he was like, no, I'm from Buffalo. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's not normal.
Okay. Well, that's
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like we could end the dancing.
yeah, we
part
can
on
end
that.
dancing on that one. Holy
Yeah.
fuck, man.
So you've done or you do OnlyFans?
I do. Here and there.
So I want to say last time you said you didn't. At that time, you stopped, right?
I was like in between it.
But you were also in a relationship, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I said, when I go through a relationship, if my partner is not comfortable with dancing or OnlyFans, I highly respect them because like it's just like if the roles were reversed and my man came up to me and was like, "Oh, like I'm gonna go have girls dance on me and like send me naked pictures and shit," like. No, I'd fucking kill a bitch. So, like,
Yeah.
I just have that level of understanding, and, like, he just wasn't comfortable with it, so I was like, all right, I'm just not gonna do it. But, we back to making our bed, because, I got bills to pay, so.
Yeah. Okay.
And actually, I just had a guy 2 nights ago shit on me for doing OnlyFans, but yeah, him and his ex-girlfriend used to do it, which makes no sense, but, I don't know why men belittle girls who do OnlyFans. Like, I get it if you're, getting to that point where you're supposed to be married and in a serious relationship. But, like, you guys watch porn. You literally, like, read porn magazines. Like, what's the difference? Like, you're not dating me. You're not with me. Like, I get it. It might come back in the future, whatever. But at the same time, like, you're just as, like, what's the term? Like, I don't know, you're just as caught as I am with that because it's like, you're literally watching porn for free. I'm just taking people's wallets and making bread off of it. So like, and I actually have genuine customers that are like, yo, I'll send you roses, I'll send you this. Like, I actually care about your life and not just for your body.
Right.
I'm not saying that like I do the same thing as porn, but I do have a lot of teaser and more sexual, but.
Okay. So, what I've noticed with like, first of all, on the whole thing, what you just said, I personally, I understand, like, I don't understand. I get why that guy did it. That's because he's probably jealous because you said he used to do it type thing. Typically, people who say and do shit like that are jealous. And you probably rejected him or something like that, and that's just like that's what guys do. I don't know why, but a lot of guys do that shit. But
I
either
didn't even like reject him. Like, we were supposed to be getting to know each other and talking.
Okay.
And he just was like, "You have an OnlyFans?" And I was like, "Yeah, like, is that a problem?" And he just like freaked out and was like, "My ex used to do that. Like, you're pathetic." Blah blah blah. I'm like
guys are really
but-
strange.
It sounds like a problem with his ex.
Yeah, I
guys
was
are
like,
really
that sounds
strange.
Like a you problem. 'Cause,
I
like,
personally like to roll with the theory of like if it doesn't affect my life, then like what I personally I don't care.
Well,
you know what I mean?
So my thing is, you were talking about guys get whatever Pornhub and stuff. I like men and women are different. Do you agree with that?
kinda.
Different. I think like men are much less emotionally attached than women.
Which is fair.
I think.
Yeah.
Right. So like women aren't, generally speaking, women aren't out here just fucking watching Pornhub and stuff.
I mean, I get that, but
like dudes are because we're just
I feel like some women,
sexual
like,
creatures.
most
Like
women I
you
feel
get
watch
you get
porn.
a a boy dog though, they're humping. Like they're gonna hump and mad,
dude. That thing is
You know what I mean?
bro.
And you get a female dog, I mean they're
That
not.
thing-
So
that
it's
thing
just
is-
like
so my
rabbits
thing is,
fucking
like,
it's nature. I think that guys are just like generally more
But
fucking
what
horny.
she's going with is the whole like then don't fucking say anything about me. 'Cause,
yeah, like if you can
know,
watch
I get it.
porn,
No.
and like I know every guy who's in a relationship, you cannot tell me otherwise, does not, when he's not with his woman, watch porn. I'm sorry, but they do. And they have their own moments where they just want to jack off and do their own thing, which is fine. But like, don't come at me for doing OnlyFans then, because then you're being a hypocrite. Because it's like, if you could go watch another girl and look at her
Yeah.
body, like, who cares?
Yeah.
I get that. And I'm 100% like if
Yeah,
women want to go do OnlyFans, fucking do it. Make your bag, get
Fuck
your fucking
yeah.
bag, do it. But don't be mad when a certain guy doesn't want to date you because you did OnlyFans.
Oh, of
stuff.
course.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
All right,
mad
so
at
we're in
that.
agreement.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad
Okay.
at that. I mean, honestly, I've had a lot of men that were like, oh, I don't fuck with that. And I tell them, I'm like, I understand. That's fine. I'm like, you don't have to agree with my lifestyle, but like, if I was to be in a relationship, just know it would be on the table that like if you were not comfortable with it, and I respect you or respect you, sorry.
No, you're all right.
Respect you, that I would like remove that out of my life and that wouldn't be an issue. Now, yeah, it's always going to be on the internet. It's always going to be there, whatever. But it's still the point of like, I would do it out of respect for you. And if you could see that, then I feel like that means more than anything. And like also too, I'm sorry, but men are stupid because like, so most of my content, I do a no face, no case. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like, okay, yeah, you got my tattoos in there, but where's my face? Like, so if I was to ever be blasted type thing, like, at least my face isn't in it, you know what I mean? And it's like, some dudes are stupid because like, my girlfriends have been in relationships for like 7-8 years with their man, and they do it, and they're making like $100K a month, like $50K, like, no face, no case, baby.
Yeah.
Like, just make your bed. Like, you make your own home videos anyway, so it's like, why not make a bag as well?
Yeah, no, 100% agree. So like, what, like, so we've had a couple girls who do OnlyFans on here. Mm-hmm. Like, what kind of content do you do? Like, what
it's a mix because like I don't like to steer towards porn. That's just not for me. Mm-hmm. I like to do more like teaser, you know, sexual type shit. If I have a partner, same thing. Like, you know, it's just like, I don't know, maybe I would do a custom video depending on price, but I try again to steer away from like it being like a Pornhub or browsers, you know?
Okay. So are like full nude or like what are we?
Yes.
Okay.
So like you have to pay for that though.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, but you're not getting a freebie.
Okay.
Most of my feed is actually really hot and sexual, but it's just like teaser, you know?
Right. So are you like a feed girl or like a DM person?
DM girl.
DM girl.
I make most of my money in my DMs because like I'll have like genuine conversations with people, and actually like I like most of my fans because like I said, they're very respectful, surprisingly more respectful than in the club. And like a lot of these dudes are like, oh, you know, like I'll send you gifts, like, you know, how's your life, blah blah blah. And like, you know, they're never just aggressive or assertive or like I want to fuck you type shit, like send me this. It's just like always on a nice genuine level.
Which is why I feel like the OnlyFans thing, like what you just said there, they're less aggressive than they are in the club. Mm-hmm. I feel personally that like some of the guys would be those aggressive types. I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying like I feel like it's easier for you on your end if somebody were to say something aggressive to just completely ignore them and be like, or just block them type thing. So I feel like they're like leaning more into it because they can't physically be there and with you in the same room type thing, you know what I mean?
Or because they're not drunk.
Or that too. Yeah, that too, yeah.
They're at the club,
I just
they're drunk.
genuinely like DMing more on OnlyFans because I, again, just feel like the conversations are just better and they're so respectful that it's like, I don't have to like play this character. I could just be my normal self and we could just have nice conversations. But it's like in the club, you have to play this character because like I have to peel all these people and it's like, ew.
No, right.
So, okay, here's a question. Do you get more wild DMs on Instagram than you do on OnlyFans?
No.
Okay.
No, I feel like OnlyFans, I'll have like dudes be really respectful about it and be like, hey, like I have this type of fetish, like, you know, would you be able to accompany my fetish? And sometimes I'll say yes, and sometimes I'll be like, no, like, sorry, not comfortable. And they're like, that's totally fine. Like, I respect it. And, like, no one has ever gotten mad or disrespectful and been like, you know, fuck you, this, that. Like, Instagram, I've had dudes really be out of pocket for no reason. Not even asking, like, anything sexual, just, like, weird conversations of, like, yo, you better meet up with me here, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't know you, like, relax.
It's a common trend on Instagram.
Yeah, and then if I don't answer, they'll get real hostile, and then it's like when they see me, they'll, like, get aggressive with me in person, and I'm like, dude, I'm not the one, like, I'll swing on you, like, please back up.
Right.
But
so that's another very, like, you just brought it up, like, in-person type thing. So you, like, I've seen you post on your story, like, whether you're dancing or something, or even just promoting your OnlyFans, like, you'll just post it, you know what I mean? So on Instagram, you have people that you don't know, and you have people that also personally you do know. Like, does that ever correlate to like a weird situation type thing? Like, if you were to post like, "Hey, I'm going to dance at this place," like, is it like that? It's gotta like I gotta feel like that's weird because if like
so weird.
you know what I mean.
Most of my friends know everything, so like it's not as weird because like I'm already so close with them and I tell them. But like people that I kind of know don't really know, like they'll make it weird. So like I'll tell them, hey, like, you know, come to whatever I'm doing or buy this. And they do, but then they'll make it super weird, like, oh, I've known you for years and I've been trying to get at you, but like, what's up? Like, I'm a slide in now, and it's like, no, you're not. Like, relax. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Because like you were saying, like when you're dancing, like you prefer the stage type thing. But like when you post on your story and you say like, I don't know, like come see me or something like that. Like, have you ever thought like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that type
Oh yeah,
thing?
there's a lot of times that like I'll go back and forth because like I like to do this thing where like sometimes I'll be so about posting it and then other times I'm like really shy about it, and
Right.
it's because like I said, people get out of pocket, and like I've had dudes literally like full blown press me and be like, you don't follow me on Instagram, like give me your number.
See, that's
like,
the type of shit I'm talking about. Like people, like
Yeah.
I could see guys coming in, because just how fucking certain people are, like especially the male species.
Guys
Like
are fucking weird.
Guys are
hold on,
so-
hold on a
Literally
second.
fucking weird.
Hold on. I know most of our audience is fucking younger, but
please
there's
don't be that guy.
don't be these guys.
there's probably some of these weird guys watching this.
Probably, yeah.
But for our younger audience that's loyal to like Buffalo F, BotchPod, that watches all the fucking episodes, don't be that fucking guy, dude.
Exactly.
Don't be a fucking weirdo,
Also,
bro.
I just want to say one thing. Like, I am a non-confrontational person. I'm very sweet. But when you get into my zone and you touch me, you make me feel weird, I feel threatened. So when I feel threatened, like, I don't know, I'll laugh it off for a second and I'm like, okay, like, you know, hopefully you'll just go away.
Yeah, like-
but if you continue, like, I'm sorry, but I'll end up swinging on you. And
Yeah.
I'm that type of girl that, like, I'm on that type of time, and other girls aren't, and they'll just put up with it, and then they'll end up getting, like, assaulted by these men. And it's like, please, for the love of God, don't put me in that position, because never do I mean to hurt anybody. But when you make me so uncomfortable and you get really aggressive like that, like, I just have my own personal trauma that I think that you're gonna attack me or something.
Right.
And it's like, please respect me when you see me. Don't be so aggressive and assertive. Like, come up to me and be like, hey, I follow you on Instagram, let's talk, whatever. But like, don't pop up and be like, yo, I follow you, why don't you follow me back? Like, because now I'm gonna think that we have some beef and I'm a swing. Like,
Yeah.
it's just,
'Cause-
yeah.
No, like that's like I wanted to bring that up because like I see sometimes like once in a while you post like you're gonna be somewhere type thing.
Yeah.
And like there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I see you do it once in a while and you just literally emphasize what I've noticed, that sometimes you go through like a shy time of don't wanting to do it, but then if you're really about it, you'll post it. And I just wondered if that led to like weird things, because I can just imagine in my head like I'm looking at that story, but I don't know how many followers do you have on Instagram now?
I think like 44.1.
Okay, so you have like 44.1 thousand people that could see that, however many, whatever
Yeah.
the math is, that do see it. Like, and then those people come. I could just see like one of the guys just being like, "Oh, I DM'd you on Instagram. You read it and didn't answer." I could see that. Like, I can just, I don't know. I was just wondering. That's like crazy sometimes. Like damn, like you
it's
putting out your
very
location
insane.
like that and shit. Yeah.
I do get nervous doing that, but I don't know. I personally I do have a lot of fans. So I really do love meeting my fans. Like, I've met some really cool people where they've given me hugs, given me gifts, like taken pictures with them, and I love it. Like, I'm all for meeting people and, you know, being that friend to them. But sometimes people overstep, and this is like a major thing too when I get in relationships. A lot of men are insecure, and I have like literal brothers. Like, I'm talking, I've never hooked up with them. They've never hooked up with me. Like, they're just my guy friends I've had since I was like 14, 15 years old. And they go with me everywhere. They're like my bodyguards. And I go to festivals, and sometimes people get a little too much. And like, they'll just come up to me and just grab me and be like, oh my God, like I love you, and want to touch me. Or they'll do the, oh, I follow you, but you don't follow me back. And like, they'll step in and be like, you need to relax, like back up.
Okay.
And like, I don't really go anywhere without my boys for this reason, because like, yes, I can handle my own, but like nowadays people just have no respect or space, and they think that like, oh, because I know you online, I know you in person, and I have the respect to like do this to you. And it's like, no, you don't.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No, I know what you
like
mean.
I don't know how celebrities handle it, but like it low-key like gives me anxiety and freaks me out when people are so assertive like that, because it's like, okay, what type of time are you about to be on? Like, are you like about to fight me? Are you trying to like love me? Like, what's going on?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, I just put that fucking thing through my head. I was just thinking like, damn. But like it makes sense if you're at like a club or something like that. Like it does, because like you're like I don't know how it feels to be like a woman that dances. Obviously, I think that would be terrible if I danced. Like I don't think I need to ever try out. But I don't know if I'm gonna make one of
them.
ever.
Like, swing around, like.
You don't want to have to. She's like, I fell on my head once. I'm gonna break my neck if I try it. Like, I'm gonna be on the floor dead. They're gonna be throwing money on my fucking body.
Yeah.
No, but like no, I get it from like the club aspect, because like you're constantly like protected type thing, like whether it's bouncers or like any
yeah.
like I feel like there's actually like, regardless of what the stigma is, I feel like there's some genuine people at like a strip club who just go there like for whatever fucking reason, and like they're actually stand up like individuals, and I understand that. But like, yeah, no, I just like I know him for a fact. I try not to do it as much, but I still do it. I find myself once in a while, but like I'll post where I'm at and stuff like that, and like he doesn't ever really post where he is ever. Like he'll like take like it's awesome, but like he's super sly with it.
Right.
He just doesn't want people knowing where he is.
Of course.
Like I'll post that I'll say it on here because we're deep enough that very few people will see this. But I'll post that like I'm in Miami, even though I was in Miami like a month ago or something. You know?
No, I do the same thing. I like to trick people because I have like, I'm not kidding, I literally have stalkers. And like it sucks because with the way that my Instagram works, I work for an agency. So like you literally have to post a certain amount of content. You have to have that engagement. You mainly post your location for reasons like that because you want the fans to like come take pictures and that, and like in a way, like, it sucks saying this, but you want that clout from them, you know what I mean?
No, of course.
So it's like, it really sucks because there's times where I'm like, dude, I really don't want to post my location, and then they're like, okay, well, you're going on a trip, so you need to post it, and it's like,
Right.
all right,
Right.
I guess I'll post it, you know what I mean? And it's like, also too, it's also the money thing, because it's like, when you post and you're going on vacation or going to the club, people with money will follow you and be like, yo, I want to give you money. So, like, in a way, it's also good because you're making money off of them.
Sorry, we're cracking drinks.
Just
Sorry.
cracking cold ones.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So
I got the good
you,
flavor
you
there.
don't ever think that though, like when you're kind of forced to post where you're at, like.
Well, it's not
Oh, I
like, I
could-
won't say force because they don't make me do anything I don't want to.
Right.
But it's like
Yeah.
advised. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
like,
Right.
listen, if you post this location, it's going to draw an audience and it's going to draw your engagement.
This is gonna help
Yeah.
for this. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And
Right.
it's like every time I add a location to something, I'm not kidding, like I jump up like crazy and like people want to come follow me, they want to talk to me. It's like it's good, but back to like saying how I have stalkers, like I legitimately have had people like literally chase me down like some crazy shit, and I'm like, no, that's not it. Like,
Shit's crazy. People are fucked, man.
Guys are fucked.
I'm gonna
honestly.
take a piss.
Yeah, you're
Trust
good.
you to carry this conversation.
You're good. You're good. Guys are fucked though. No, we've heard so many stories, especially like, all right, the people watching. We've had a long streak of girls. We do have a guy next episode, but
you know what? You gotta show the girls. It's all love.
I know, it's all love. But guys are fucked. Like
Yeah, they are.
we've heard some crazy stories on here. Like it's bad. It's honestly a real issue. And
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but like also like girls have changed a lot too. You know what I mean? Like girls have changed a lot, guys have changed a lot, and it's like both kind of for the worse. You know what I mean?
If I could
Like,
say
in general.
like a general statement about men, I've had so much really fucked up trauma from men because like
I bet.
yeah, a lot of men, just not even dancing, just in general, like relationships, friendships, but it's because like it's this weird thing with men that I've noticed that like they want to control us like we're back in the 1700s. Like they want us to bow down to them. Kind of like what Andrew Tate was saying, which, listen, I love Andrew Tate, so don't even come for me, all you clowns, because I hate all of you.
Wait. Did you see the clip we posted on YouTube, the short?
Yes.
It's at like 60K last time I checked.
Yeah, so a lot of people came for me with Andrew Tate. Me and Andrew Tate are cool. There's no drama, nothing between us. Like, I just, at the time, was talking to somebody, so I denied him to go on dates. I don't agree with everything he says, but majority of what he does say, I do agree with. And, like, I just don't agree with this statement that he made that, like, women are my property and I mold them into my property. I don't agree with that. We're not in the 1700s.
Those weren't his exact words, though.
No, but like.
But I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
There's a whole interview where he did say though, like women are my property when I'm with them. Like if he's in a relationship with them.
Okay.
So that statement I don't agree with because like I'm sorry, yes, women should have rules in relationships, but there shouldn't be where like you control them. Like you can't wear this, you can't go here, you can't talk to them. Like I'm sorry, but you're not going to tell me that because then that's telling me you don't trust me and you're looking at me like I'm your dog. Like, we should have a level of trust. We should communicate with each other. If we don't agree with something, we find a solution. But, like, we're not going to be crazy like that. And, like, men nowadays just, they all think that they're, like, this alpha male that has to control women and they can't do anything. They can't have certain jobs. And it's like, dude, you're not my dad. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like it's kind of a reverse psychology effect almost in society in general. I'm getting very fucking weird here, but like girls want to be more free than they used to in like 1700s or whatever. So guys are like trying to be more fucking alpha over top of girls to like reel it back in. But it's like then it's just like separating us more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like shit can't just be fucking normal.
That's
Right.
that's an intelligent take by you. I'll give you that. Like I like.
Yeah,
that.
like
that's a good take.
just
I get
an
what you're
observation,
saying,
not
yeah.
a take.
like,
but
like how, no, like no, like just like how like I never really thought of it that way.
yeah,
I've just like seen too many of my girlfriends like in really good relationships, but like literally be like, oh, I have to ask my boyfriend if I can do this. Oh, I have to ask my boyfriend if I
and
can
we
do
have
this.
guy
Like,
friends that
Oh,
do
I
the
was just
same
gonna
shit.
say I have a guy friend that has
I'm
to ask
like-
his girlfriend for
Like-
permission to do anything. In fact, like I know he's
It
not
drives me
watching this.
insane.
I give a fuck. But like I like we lost him. Like I haven't. Like,
gone.
I can't tell you the last time I've hung out with him. Like I.
He got lost to an alpha female.
No, she's not even alpha. She's a. No, but.
But like that just drives me insane because like that's not a healthy relationship. That's like straight toxicity. Like that is like saying you are okay with your man walking all over you and telling you what to do through life. That's not how it should be. It should be like, babe, like, you know, I don't appreciate you wearing this. Do you maybe have something, you know, that's more subtle? She says no, be like, okay, you know, I tried. We try to find a solution, whatever. But it shouldn't be like you're not fucking wearing that and like try and throw it away.
Agreed.
You know
Agreed.
what I mean?
But like,
I don't even think it
would
should.
you would you be mad if the guy was like, okay, like I don't want to date a girl that dresses like that every time we go out or something?
I feel like you both would have to have that level of communication for understanding. So if
Right.
you're not willing to work with him on that, then you're being toxic yourself. Like everybody has to learn communication, and that's what this generation lacks is literally communication. Like people will sit there and fight and argue and be like, oh, I don't like this, but won't sit there and find a solution.
Yeah.
Not everything has to be an argument. Like if my man told me, listen, I think this isn't appropriate to go out. I don't want all these guys looking at you like that. Okay, that's fine. Let's go in the closet and find something that we both will like and we can agree on. Instead of it being like, well, go fuck yourself. Like, no.
Right. It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And a lot of people don't do that. They just have like a one-way. And it's like, if my boyfriend says this, all right, I guess I'm following it. Like,
Right. No, and that's just like
I think a
weak-
lot of guys take that personal.
That's a weak mentality type thing. That's a weak mentality. I hate to say it, but like if a guy is doing that to a woman, like that's a weak mentality
Insecure.
aspect on both parties, and if the girl accepts it,
Yeah.
type thing. Because like personally, I don't know. Actually, I want to know how you feel about this. Like, I don't think unless like it was like a fishnet outfit where like titties are showing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I would ever have then let's go as far as bikinis. Like, I don't think I would ever have, because it's a fucking bikini. It's literally meant to cover everything that matters, right? I don't think I would have a problem with her wearing that.
But most men are very insecure, and I'm gonna stretch that because like, don't be that guy. For all the younger men, don't be an insecure guy. If you're dating a bad bitch, if you have a girl that looks like a model, has a fucking body, has a pretty face, you have to understand no matter what she wears and what she says or does, every guy is gonna want a piece of her. Yeah. Every guy's gonna turn their head, they're gonna want a piece of her, whatever. Now, I'm not saying it's okay for her to go out in like, a bra and like fucking panties and, obviously be respectful to your man, but your man has to know that if I'm gonna date somebody that hot, then I have to deal with what's gonna come with it.
Right.
You just cannot be insecure about it.
And I wanna kind of cover both of those. Like, so first off, I'm gonna piss you off real quick.
Oh God.
I think that a lot of men are insecure is kind of a scapegoat. I think because I hear it so much online.
I do hear it a lot.
People, like girls always say, oh, he's insecure. He's just insecure. Like, I think that's kind of a scapegoat, but like, also, I don't give a fuck what you wear. As long as you're not fucking, like, if you're my girl and you're just not showing the, like he said, bikini.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not showing the shit that fucking actually matters.
If you're not walking around
who cares?
topless,
Yeah.
I don't really give a fuck.
Who the fuck cares? Right?
Yeah.
And like, I have a father and a sister. I have an older sister. And like, I remember times fucking like, he would be like, yo, you're not going out in that.
Yeah.
But like, her boyfriend never said anything. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. It's different, but I think the insecure thing is a little bit of a scapegoat. Like, it's just
Sorry, but keep it
Why
insecure.
do I think men are insecure?
Why do you think men are insecure?
Okay, so like from my own personal experience and watching my friends, there's been incidents where I've had men be like, you can't wear this type of makeup, you can't wear this, and it's like, but why? You're looking at girls on Instagram, liking their pictures of them half naked and whatnot, going to the bar, looking them up and down, and it's like, what, because you don't want guys to look at me or talk to me? If I'm with you,
But why are they insecure is what I'm saying. What deep down in them is making them insecure?
Maybe they had their own personal trauma. Like, I don't know. But if I'm showing you that I'm 100% loyal and like I've never given you a reason that I would ever cheat or like, hurt you.
I'm gonna sorry to cut you off, but like no, like so what she just said, like the whole insecure when it comes to, because there's a big difference between like being insecure and your girl's never done anything or given you a reason. But there's a huge difference between that and if that girl's giving you a solid reason, because a lot of guys make those reasons up in their head though.
Or even like a past girl has given you a reason.
That's
for
fair,
sure, yeah.
I mean, so they're just like trauma,
so
like
it
you said.
It could be like a trauma thing, or it could just be like the guy, like he knows how he perceives and what he does when he goes out. Because like I know how guys work. We all know how guys work.
That's what I'm saying,
like guys are like literally flocking women at bars all the time type thing. So if your girl goes out dressing something, especially without you, you're constantly, when you're at home or with whatever you're doing, that guy is thinking, oh fuck, all those guys are like, because we can agree on that, right? Like women going out versus men going out are two different things.
Two different things.
Okay, we can agree on that. We can agree on that because
I just wanna, when you're done, I'm clarifying that so people understand.
Go ahead.
Okay, so literally there's two different things for like men going out and girls going out. When girls go out, girls are not on the prowl for men. Let me tell you that. Unless we are all single, and I mean all of us, all single, no one is looking for a guy. We are there to dance, have fun with our girls, take pictures, do girly things. Men, on the other hand, I'm sorry, but like, men go out with their boys, they see hot bitches, they're like, damn, look at her ass, oh, I want her number, like.
Now, I have to cut you off for 1 second. Yes, you are right, but for most, or not, I shouldn't say most, because a lot of men are fucked. Yeah. But like, for the majority, or not majority, fuck.
For a very small percentage.
For a slight small percentage of men that like, let's say like they're in relationships and they just go out with a guys night thing. I think the girl also, experience in my life, the girl also will be like, give them a hard time. Sometimes, depending on the girl,
That's true.
give them a hard time because they think they're doing that men thing. But like, I'll be real with you. Whenever him and I go out, we're just like, or like him and I with a bunch of friends, like we're just.
I can't say for every man,
And
but
that's the thing. We have
99%.
We have
99%,
we have
yeah.
friends who prowl.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
friends who prowl, but those friends, like, that's what, like, I don't know if like girlfriends at the time understand that, because like those guys will go prowl because that's what guys do. And when you're out with your group of girlfriends, you might not be looking for it, but you're gonna get it. Those guys
they'll
coming
try
up.
and like come up, but like I don't know, like me and my female friends when we go out, like boys are not on our mind unless we're all
Right.
single. You know what I mean? Then we're like, oh, okay, you know, he's cute, whatever. But if we're in a relationship, like they'll come up and we'll be like, no, we're like taken, get away,
Yeah.
and that's how most girls are. But like.
Yeah.
Men, I hate to say it, I'm sorry, but like I hang out with my guy friends all the time, and I love you guys if you're watching this, no hate. I watch the way that they do things.
The boys
okay?
are prowling.
Yeah, they're prowling.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
and I've seen them in relationships also do this, and I've been like, what is wrong with you? Why
Yeah.
are you doing that? You're in a
100%.
relationship.
100%.
And they're like, I'm just with the boys, and it's like, bro, just because your girl ain't here doesn't mean like you have the right to do that. Like,
And it's unfortunate that's the world we live in, where like the other party has to have that misconception that that's what it is. But I don't think there's much that we can do about that, because I know if the group of girls goes out, they're gonna get hit on by guys.
Oh, 100%.
And I mean, I guess it's a matter of trust
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But like, even then, it's just like, it might be like, this is where your insecurity comes in, for especially on a male aspect. Like the boyfriend who's at home doesn't want to even think about the girl getting hit on by a guy,
Oh, of
no
course,
matter what the
yeah.
girl says. And that might be like a little bit of a part of it. Me, I'm pretty cool.
That's
But, like,
that's like a two-way street. I feel like so.
it is
Like the guys go out, they hunt.
they hunt. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? The
That's a good
girls,
word for
the
it.
girls get hunted.
The girls get hunted,
and
type shit. No matter
I feel
what
like
the
in a relationship, you just have to trust that.
oh, 100%.
Right.
You know,
no matter what the
you'll
intentions of
each
either
be
party is.
in your own bed at the end of the night.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly. And
whatever.
no matter what the intentions of either party is, it's just a matter of like the trust factor that's there.
Yeah.
And it just, and unfortunately, what it is, like truthfully, what it is, I don't know if it's an individual thing. It's just the world that we live in, and everybody has their own experiences. Like, not even talking traumatic ones, like being cheated on and type shit like that, but like the world that we live in, it's just conceived that way because every time you go out, you see it that way.
Yeah.
And
of
it
course.
sucks that it's that way.
It does.
You know?
I mean, it just kind of rolls back around to like, you know, don't be so insecure with your girl, especially if she's not even doing anything. But also, you guys need to have that level of trust and communication. Communication is so key to any relationship, like family, friends, relationship. Like, you always have to have communication, because if you're not communicating with each other, nothing ever gets solved, and then it's always like gonna be toxic and negative. Like, if you can find a solution and talk it out, and like, it may not be like, okay, I'm gonna give you 100% of what you want, but like, hey, let's find something that can like meet in the middle, and we'll make it work.
Here's my thing though. Like I feel like majority of guys, maybe not majority of guys, but definitely me, just bottle shit up. You
Yeah.
just don't say anything.
No, 95%
But I feel like-
of y'all bottle shit
Okay,
up.
so it is most
no,
guys.
I agree with
like,
you on that,
Most guys will just bottle shit up and just not talk for a while.
Not talk, but then it will come out in rapid fire.
Nah, she
and
is
then
right
it's
though.
like,
She is
it
right
will
though.
backfire.
She is right though, because like you like. If
The
you-
bottle's got to burst at
if
some
you-
time.
Yeah, the bottle has to burst. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
no matter what circumstance you're talking about, like, I fill this with too much water, it's gonna blow up. But like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's just how guys are though. Like
Like, I wish guys would just be not, you don't have to be
Women?
no, not like emotional, but like, I really respect when a guy can be like, listen, I don't fuck with this. Let's figure it out. Because like, I'm not gonna sit here and bottle it up and then let it like blow up later on and it cause even a bigger argument. You know what I
right?
mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you don't agree with it, be honest. I'm gonna tell you straight up, hey, if I don't fuck with something you're doing or whatever, I'm gonna tell you right away, because I would respect you if you would just be like, hey.
You hear that?
Yo, his face. He was like,
What the fuck was that?
But honestly, like, I would just appreciate it more if you would just be like, hey, like, I don't fuck with this. Let's figure it out. Than you just not telling me and then me having to guess every which way what the fuck is wrong and you take your anger out on me, you know?
And that is a very valid point from a female perspective because I know for a fact after bottling shit up, and don't even lie to me, like if you were to bottle shit up and explode on the girl, after you explode and get down off your fucking adrenaline rush and sit down and like your testosterone kind of calms down, whatever the fuck the science is behind it, you do feel bad, right?
You feel like shit. You feel like
you're just like
your world.
damn, like fuck, like I thought it was a good idea at the time type thing.
I don't know, dude. I feel like I've been bottling shit up for the last 25 years.
I bottle shit up all the time, like just like
Yeah,
not even
like-
women,
but
just
like-
whatever it is.
I
I don't talk about shit. Like,
I don't
go
talk
to
about
therapy,
shit
you know,
either.
I just fucking
I
do
don't
my
talk
thing.
about shit either, but listen, again, I'm very blunt. So like,
Right.
boyfriend or not, friend, family, I don't like something, I'm gonna tell you straight up to your face. Either we're gonna figure it out, or you could sit with that problem and let it affect you.
and like I'm very blunt too. You know that. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I'm very blunt too. But if it's something that like hurts my feelings, I'm not gonna fucking talk about it. I'm
But
just
it's-
gonna be
but-
like, what
But
the
like,
fuck,
if you're
dude?
with your girlfriend, let's just say like she's doing something that's hurting your feelings, right? And
Yeah.
she tells you straight up, hey, you did something to hurt my feelings. Can we talk about this? Are you gonna sit there and be like, no, I'm just gonna bottle it up? And then when something small, very small and little, you know, ticks you off, pisses you off, whatever, and you get into an argument, you just blow everything at her. You think that's fair?
I've never fucking done that, but I know what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
No, but what she's saying is like people do that. Like there are
Yeah,
plenty
yeah.
instances.
No, I
I'm
get
just
it. I
saying
get
I'm
it.
putting it into a situation, but
Yeah.
like, wouldn't you much rather be like, listen, babe, like I don't fuck with what you're saying or doing. Can we talk about this and try and find, you know, a more positive way to go about it?
So you're saying you'd rather have like 10 little fights than like one ginormous fight, is what you're saying?
I wouldn't
From a
say,
guy,
like-
from a
okay,
guy,
I
from a
wouldn't
guy.
say like fights because like, why can't we just have a civil conversation without getting to that level of like, I'm gonna scream at you and piss you off? Like,
Because it's a guy, it's gonna fucking happen.
No,
Like guys,
but it's
guys are
not.
like that.
But it's
A
not
lot
a
of times.
great, like I have to disagree. Like it's not a great excuse. Just saying you're a guy or she's a girl.
I
it
have
just
like a
isn't
fucking
isn't
jock ass dude that literally had no feelings, did not share his feelings, and he would straight up be honest with me and be like, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and fight with you. I don't like this. Can we change it? Can we figure something
Yeah.
out? And he didn't scream at me, didn't get loud, nothing. He was very calm. And it even shocked me because I'm like, damn, like I thought this was gonna blow up and be a fight. But in reality, it was very like peaceful
Well,
and calm.
I think the
And
moral
that's-
of this whole scope is if you're in a relationship, the best thing to possibly do is just express your dislike and not hold it in. To express it when it's in the moment.
I think also like
Don't bring it up later.
Being very upfront and honest about everything that's fucking going on.
That's
That
a number
is a
one too.
key.
Yeah.
That's number one, because if you find out about it fucking later or something, like something crazy
Yeah.
happened, then from somebody else that was like,
Oh,
in
if
the
it comes
situation-
from somebody else too, that's
and
the
that,
worst.
that's when people blow up. I feel
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah,
when
yeah,
shit
yeah.
gets crazy. But
See,
like,
that's something that just never sat with me. Like, I can't be that person to like run around and lie and hide something from my partner. Like, again, like if I don't fuck with something, I'm gonna just be honest. And like, if I did something that I feel might have hurt him, I would be honest and be like, listen, I am so sorry. I wasn't thinking, you know, whatever. But like, this is the situation. Where are we going from this? But people don't want to communicate nowadays. They just want to act shady and like sit there and lie and then create a bigger problem than it needs to be. And then it's like, this is why there's so many people with toxic relationships.
Because when you lie, it just makes it worse.
Oh my God, lying is the worst thing you could ever do in your entire life. Literally.
Unless you're lying for the right reason, like to get a job or something.
yeah,
Like
Alright,
to,
I mean,
like
to
to
be
get a
fair-
job or something. Like if you're lying for the right reason and it works out,
To
like
be
yeah.
fair, the
like-
only time I'd ever lie is if I was dating somebody, they got in trouble. I didn't hear or see shit. I don't know nothing.
she's not snitching.
Hell no.
See, there you go.
I'm a ride or die for my man.
So there it is.
Listen,
Like,
some El Chapo shit, I don't see. I can't see. I'm blind.
what if you're going down though? Like
This
you're
motherfucker
sucked
better
into
ride
it.
for me too, because I will tell him right now. I'll come back and cut your testicles off, and I'll feed them to a cow.
So like, all right, let's put it in this situation then right now. Okay, you were dating El Chapo at one point.
Yeah.
You get caught with El Chapo.
Yeah, you get busted.
You both get
No. He doesn't get
you.
busted. You get busted.
And El Chapo's still out here living his fucking
and you're facing
life. And you're
in prison.
facing it.
Life.
I
Life.
would literally
Life.
tell him that you got one fucking option, and I'm gonna make it real queer.
You're good.
Clear. If you don't fucking do what you gotta do to help me get out of here, shit's not gonna end well for you, and it may not be on my part.
What if there's no option? He has no option. He doesn't know any of the legal. Fuck El Chapo. You're with like you get caught for like racketeering. That's like that's like minimum like 60 something years or
Okay.
something like that.
And you're saying-
And your significant other, you were with him. You both going down. Are you going down and spending the 60 years in the pen with him? You both get the same charge. You didn't do anything.
Okay, but did he confess?
He didn't confess shit. He's staying quiet too. But you did not have anything to do with it except
Well,
date
then,
him.
Like I said, I'm blind. I don't hear. I don't see shit.
You're gonna do 60 years when you didn't do anything?
I would.
I would rather not be a snitch.
I would. Damn. And you know what's crazy? I know a guy.
For my fucking.
I know a guy. No, listen. I know a guy that took a life sentence for a body that his brother caught.
Listen, people don't
And-
realize if you're a snitch,
Hold on. He spent 17 years in fucking, I don't want to say what prison, but he spent 17 years in prison and then got out because they've realized it was his fucking brother. And now he's getting paid like fucking 500 grand a
but
fucking
see,
year
like,
and shit for the rest of his life.
listen, I'm gonna put this into perspective. I can't say who, but I had a family member that went through something similar like that, and he pretty much was told if he snitches, he's not gonna have a life either way. So I'm sorry, but if you're involved in a certain situation with certain people, my life is more precious than me snitching on somebody else and still having that chance of me dying
Facts.
for snitching. And not only that, you're also a target. So yeah, you snitch, you might be walking free, whatever. You're not free. You're literally a target for the rest of your life. Like, look at 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine snitched on like all those people.
Yeah.
And he will be a target for the rest of his life. Why do you think he doesn't leave his damn house?
The whole 6ix9ine thing, like
Oh, we can stay away from all that shit.
what'd you say?
We can stay away from all that shit. But
Yeah,
like,
no, I
I'm
would
not
say,
gonna
I know what
get
you're
into it.
saying.
I'm just saying, like, as an example though, like
No, and I get what you mean. I do.
I mean, I don't know. I've always been like, just like Kris Jenner said, you never go against the family. If
Yeah.
I'm going down for somebody that I love, care about, and is family, I guess I'm going down then, because you don't go against the
100%.
family.
It's a heavy thing. I just hope I never get mixed up in that
Yeah,
situation,
knock
which
on
is
wood, please, please God.
which is why for all the younger viewers or
Yeah.
whoever you are, you just don't
Dan's
get mixed up
snitching.
you just don't get mixed up in those situations.
Dan's a snitch.
Bro,
He's snitching.
I ain't saying nothing, but you just don't get mixed up in those situations,
He's a
bro.
snitch.
You just don't do it.
Okay.
Are you gonna get into the situation where you're
I'm not gonna
involved
mix
in
you up in it.
racketeering?
That's for sure.
I ain't gonna snitch.
I read everything I had to read just now. I read everything I had to read.
Hold on. What you didn't grab was what I said was I was talking significant others. If my significant other were wrapped up in like racketeering, fucking, I'm gonna spend my life, but you're not, and I had nothing to do with it.
Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil.
If I had nothing to really do with it and I was just around it, I don't know. I really don't know. Because, like, whose life is worth more? Mine or yours is going to be caught in about fucking 3 years if you get off this charge?
I don't know. It just
You
really
know?
sits heavy with me.
There's a lot of specifics into it.
Yeah.
There is.
It just really sits heavy with me
Yeah.
because I have watched people I care about, like, not close, but like close enough as friends where
Right.
they have snitched and instantly bye.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I get that.
It's just like, I don't know. I feel like that just teaches you a lesson of like never go against the family. You know? That's
Yeah.
just heavy.
I just go with the whole thing of just don't get involved in some fuck shit.
Facts.
Like, just don't get involved with
that's
it.
another thing. Don't be
Like,
stupid
be smart with
and
it.
don't be stupid and put yourself in situations that you, like, I like to think about things like, if I put myself in the situation, where am I going to end up in the next 5 years?
Yeah.
Am I going to be stuck in a jail cell, or am I going to be living my best life on a fucking island? Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, you always got to think about that. And like, as I gotten older, I'd say like, I used to be really bad with fighting, and I would just not care. Like, you would say some shit to me and I'd knock you out, and it was just it. But like, now as I've gotten older, it's like, I kind of take a step back and I'm like, unless you swing at me, like, I'm not gonna swing at you, because like, I'm sorry, but my future is way more important than yours.
Yeah.
And like, you're not gonna catch me riding around with fucking
Gangbangers and shit
yeah,
like that.
I was like, how do I say this on here? But like,
no, it's just like,
yeah, like,
bro.
you're not gonna see me riding around with people that are doing illegal shit,
Yeah.
and like, I'm just there as a
Like,
presence.
it's
you
easy.
know?
It's easy for us to all sit here and say that we wouldn't snitch type thing, but none of us, as far as I know, are involved with the things that'll really put you down for that circumstance.
Right, of course.
And I truthfully don't think I ever will be
Same.
involved in
I don't
some
ever
shit
want
like
to
that.
be in some shit
Why
like
are
that.
you staring at me like that? Like
Why did you look at me like that?
like we are heavy fucking pushers. like I just never like
gangbangers over here.
like bro. I'm telling you right now, I will admit this. If you were to ever get into some weird shit, I would not be a part of it. Just because I like no, like you do you. I would try and warn you, and if you listen to me, you listen.
That's
to
why
I
love
wouldn't
the
let
TV.
you get a part of it.
No, hell no. I would hope you wouldn't, bro. No, because I'm
Yeah,
like
it's all
I just
good.
wouldn't. No, fuck that. Like,
There's one thing like I
Don't get
love
involved with
about
that.
being in college and being a little bit older. A lot of my friends now are 19, 20, you know, they're learning. So they're still experiencing life, trying to go crazy and party and this and that. And I'm like, I feel like I'm a little bit of light for them, because I'm like, yo, think about this shit. Like, my one friend, we were at Fred Fest, you know, he got into a fight with his other friend because these dudes just jumped up on them. And I'm like, relax, bro. Like, there's mad cops right there. Like, you're drunk as fuck. You're underage. Like, you don't want to get that charge right now. So, like, I don't know. I feel like teaching these young kids that, like, you got to stop and think about shit. Like,
Yeah.
it is not worth it, whether it's fun,
Definitely.
whether you think you're
No,
not going to
no,
get
you're
caught.
right.
Now with phones too, it's
Yeah,
it's-
Oh
like,
my god, you can't get away
be
with anything.
smart.
No.
Like, think about your future and everything. Every little move you do, any person you invite in your life, like, be smart. Because, like, if you think you're not gonna get caught, you're gonna get caught no matter what. And that's why, like, my circle is so small. So small for the fact that, like, I don't put up with bullshit. I don't put up with people doing illegal shit. Like, I'm sorry, but you will not catch me anywhere near that. Like, my life is too
No,
precious.
Yeah. No, and like that just goes back to what I was saying. Like, just stay
Little
the fuck,
kids,
stay
all the
the,
younger ones, like,
stay out of it, man.
yeah, literally
It's
stay out
not
of it.
worth
It is not worth you going to jail for somebody else's shit, let alone getting caught for some bullshit, you know?
Hell no. Like if you were to get caught for like a bag of weed in your bag, like yeah, I would take the little fucking fine for it. Bro, you fucking pushing heavy shit, and I have nothing to do with it. And I didn't want to do it. I wouldn't
like,
even.
yeah,
I wouldn't even be in the car, bro.
I'm gonna be out, see you
No,
never. Like,
yeah, like I would not be in the car. Like that just goes
That's
back
just
to
stupid.
because like there's like that thing that was like it was a trend for a while. Would you rather snitch or cheat on your significant other? And that's like the dumbest question ever because like
That's so
snitching is like well, besides the whole question, snitching is like. What do you mean by snitching? What am I snitching on? Did he fucking
do something like illegal.
like, did he
yeah.
whip his dick out at the playground? Like, yeah, I'll fucking be like, I did that. Like, okay, whatever. Like, but like if it's fucking,
bro's just a registered sex offender.
like, I would do. If you really were looking at me like, if you were looking at me in the eyes and you're like, Dan, I cannot take this charge. I'm gonna lose my pistol permit. You were like, you were like, I'm gonna lose my permit. I'm gonna lose my license. I'm gonna lose my permit. I'd be like, fuck, man. I guess it was me with my dick out. but like, no, I just like, but like, if you're talking heavy charges, I wouldn't even be involved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what it comes down to. Because that is like the dumbest thing on like that. Wait, you wanted to come on for a reason, right?
I want to bring out this topic here.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, she wanted to come on for a reason.
So the drama. What is this drama that?
It's not really drama because me and this person are actually cool, but I need to elaborate the situation. So again, I moved to Miami when I was 19, and I have to be careful who I say because I did.
Don't say any names.
Yeah. I signed one of those NDA.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I met somebody in Miami that I ended up living with him for a while, and I was with him and a bunch of girls. We lived in a house, had fun, whatever, did all this content. Then I met more celebrities down the line. Well, working at 11, you literally meet every celebrity. I was in Kylie Jenner and Tyga's section, literally talking to them. Travis Scott was there. I've met Post Malone, I've met Migos, I've literally taken shots with them. They've invited me on boats. I met Drake by myself, not with a certain someone, by myself at Booby Trap. Me and Drake had a whole conversation. Me and Drake had a conversation that was brought up on Fresh and Fit's podcast. And I'm sorry, I said, I'm not like every other bitch in the club because I wouldn't go home with Drake. I'm sorry, but I value sex and I'm just not that girl to go home and fuck a rapper. I'm sorry. I've been asked by multiple rappers and I have DMs if I go far down enough. I can show you that I literally have rappers that have been yo, come to my house, I'll pay you this, I want you to go here with me. Sounds cool, but also it comes with, oh, you have to do things for them. That's not me. I'm sorry, but it grosses me out at the fact, and this is nothing against rappers, if any of you are watching this, a lot of you are lovely people and very genuine.
Yo, if we got rappers watching us, what up? Sponsor us.
But I just want to make that clear. This is not me throwing shade at anyone or being disrespectful. Me as a person, I get weird with if somebody fucks so many people.
Yeah.
For somebody to go on tour for, I don't know, a couple months and every day have a new girl they're fucking, it just, in my head, I'm whether they use protection or not, you don't know who has herpes, you don't know who has AIDS. I don't want to be in that mix just to say, oh, I slept with this person for a status. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I met him and I turned him down. Then this certain someone that I went back to Miami with, she got offered to go hang out with Future and asked if I wanted to come. I did not feel good. I felt very sick. I said I was staying in the hotel room. Then the entire weekend, she hung out with him. I was oh, I want to come. Can I come with you? Would make up excuses, why I couldn't come. So I was okay, well, if you're going to be on that type of time, I don't care. I'm here to work anyways. So, and those same people came to my work and threw money on me. So it worked out either way.
So what are we talking about?
But the whole drama was, this person said I came on here and I was lying, that I never met Drake, I've never met Future, never met any of them. I met Future and them at my work, at 11 and Gold Rush. Drake I met at Booby Trap. I had my own conversations with him.
Well, hold on. You said you were at a house party where someone took a White Claw.
Oh, that's a whole different story, dude.
That's a whole different story.
That's a whole different story. No, that's a whole. I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah. No, that was about the person I was talking about in the beginning that I was at.
That was a YouTuber, right? That was a YouTuber, right? Yeah.
So I stayed at the house with him and the girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was a whole different story.
Yeah, a whole different story. But that had nothing to do with Drake, Future, and all that. So I just wanted to clear my air because girl, before me and you were even going on trips together and hanging out, I was already doing this. I was already with these people. There's pictures of me at, I think it's Swan, and I was with Little Pump, dancing on his table with a firework in my hand. I was on Little Pump's boat doing, OnlyFans content and fucking shooting the music videos. So I never needed you for nothing. And she tried saying oh, these girls use her for clout because she knows these people and she goes on trips with them. No, I don't. Bitch, I had my own clout before you. And it's I don't use people's names for clout. You know what I mean? I make my own genuine connections and go where I want. Just because I don't subject myself to that person and hook up with them does not mean I didn't meet them or have a connection with them. So I just had to clear that drama and air, just to say. And And there's multiple people that have pictures of me with these people and have text messages of me being like, dude, I'm standing with them right now, like in the club, where I'm at, sent pictures. So it's like, I mean, talk all you want.
We cleared the air.
Exactly. That was the only drama I had.
We cleared the
I
air.
just had to clear that air because I just didn't like, I was getting pretty much belittled and saying that I was lying. Because I don't lie, I'm sorry. But like, I'm going to sit here and tell you the truth.
Yeah, okay. Fuck yeah.
And it was all talked about on Fresh and Fit too, by the way. So
Fresh and Fit.
Fresh and Fit, I've been on since
bigger than
2020.
us. They're bigger than us.
I mean, fuck. Yeah. I don't know.
Hey.
Yeah,
I'm not out here taking sides, but
No, I don't take sides.
because I don't know what happened.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm just
No
here.
offense to you, but like I wasn't there.
Yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
I'm
So
not
I don't
saying
know.
anybody to pick sides. I'm just
Yeah.
saying I'm clearing the air because
Okay, perfect for the camera.
yeah, for the camera, because the miscommunication was she was only with me at that one time.
She thought that you meant when she was with you.
No,
Type.
that's not no.
Or when you were with
That's
her.
what it seemed like.
That's what it seemed like. Or that's what I feel like that story.
She
like,
described like a specific.
I don't mean it like
night.
that. I
Yeah,
don't.
she was talking about how I said I met Future and them, not with her. I didn't say I met them
so
with
she
her.
didn't even have the knowledge, is what,
She
what
thought
you're
I was
saying.
talking about the night that I said I didn't want to
Yeah.
hang out with Future.
Yeah.
That she was trying to put two and two together, saying, "Oh well, she never met him." He came to 11. If you look up 11's like lineup and everything, I was there that night with my.
Got it.
No, I got you. We got you.
Yeah,
we got
whatever.
you. We got you.
But we were dancing that night, and they were performing, and me and her literally both went on stage and shook ass on Future on stage, and they threw mad fucking bread.
Okay.
So
Got you.
yeah,
Interesting.
Just to clear the air.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Anything else we didn't
it's
touch
not
on?
even. Yeah, it's not even drama.
Yeah, no, it's not
no,
drama at all.
no.
It's all love to her. Like,
Yo.
I love her, and if she's watching this, like, baby girl, this is no, like, disrespect to you whatsoever. I think we just both had a miscommunication of stories, and it kind of mashed into one, and it was just kind of like, okay, well, she's telling the part where I was sick and I didn't want to go see him, and that's fair, because that's true. But I had my own experiences with him without you, so it was like 2 different time zones.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a misconception type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Okay.
So it's all love to her. But
No, you're just trying to clear your name
Yeah.
type thing. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
I was honestly thinking we should pull up some of the comments on that fucking.
No. It'll take.
I've already seen them.
You've
If
seen
you've
them all?
them, we gotta.
Okay.
It'll take too
All right,
long.
fuck it.
Yeah.
It'll take too
People
long.
that comment are fucked. Like we
You
all
know,
know that.
That's
We
one
all
thing
know
I
that.
also want to say to all the little Twitter fingers. I hope y'all know that your corny ass comments don't bother me, and I actually think they're hilarious because like I've had people talk shit about me on Fresh and Fit, and like we'll read them and we'll just start laughing because like you guys are comical. Like if you don't know me, you know me off of the internet, and you're basing an opinion on me that you really don't know.
Right.
So it's like you could base this opinion, talk all the shit you want, but at the end of the day, your tweet goes like, who are you?
Like thanks for commenting. You guys
Yeah.
boost the algorithm a lot.
Yeah, but
No,
you're
honestly,
helping them,
and,
like, you know.
and it's crazy because that one short, like we put Fresh Fit in the title, like knowing it was gonna fucking do numbers.
Yeah.
But like, shout out to Fresh and Fit, bro.
Yeah. Shout out.
I love you guys.
Thank you.
Bro, they got some cult fucking followers.
They really do. They really do. They were
And-
calling. They were taking us out too. It's like a fucking bunch of fucking.
Yeah, they were coming at us like,
boys,
fuck shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We get it all the time though. It's
yeah, we
Yeah.
did. Twitter.
So you're talking
or
about
Wait,
comments.
Fresh and Fit was, or these like
No,
Twitter
no,
fingers?
Twitter
Oh,
people.
Twitter
Twitter
fingers,
people.
yeah.
Followers.
Like, they always comment. She's like, you comments don't hurt me. I'm like, shit, they might hurt me a little bit. I'm kidding. I don't.
I mean, like,
I
they
don't
really
read
don't,
comments.
though, because, like, if you think about it, like, y'all are hiding behind a screen, but don't have the balls to say it to my face, and if you do, I'm still gonna laugh and be like, okay.
Say I don't really read comments. I just see them once in a while, like
Yeah,
if they
I,
pop
like,
up at the
seen
top
it,
and
because,
shit
like,
like
I
that.
watched the video, and I seen, like, the comments, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, you guys are supporting Agitate. Oh my god, come at me harder. Like,
Shit, come at us
I don't
harder,
have
guys.
beef.
See,
I literally
hit the
don't
sub
have beef
button.
with him.
Hit the sub
Me
button.
and him are literally friends.
Sometimes I try to keep it going just to keep the algorithm going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
that's
more
facts.
views.
That's facts.
Like,
That's facts.
I literally don't care about your
Yeah,
comments.
let me
I
emphasize
really
that
don't.
I don't care. Like,
But I'll just like respond something back really stupid, like not me.
For all the lovely supporters and fans that got something nice to say, we love you. We literally adore you. And if you guys are not following them or subscribing to them, like, y'all are fake. Come on now. Don't do that. Don't be corny.
Shout out Maya.
Literally,
Shout out Maya, yeah.
Fucking
Don't
real
be
one.
corny. Like,
Real one.
we support each other out here. If you're not supporting one another, y'all are haters and you just don't like your life, and that's not my problem. Fix it.
All right, let me run you real quick. How much is your OnlyFans?
I think I have it right now for $12.99 a month, but I think I'm running a promotion, so it would
Uh-oh.
be Sedusa Medusa.
Sedusa Medusa,
Wait,
you
actually,
guys.
it's Sedusa. I think like a little dash, not underscore, and then Medusa.
Sedusa dash Medusa. Link in bio, though.
Yeah, it's like
Is the link in bio? No links
it's
in bio?
not in bio.
It's not in bio.
I took it out for a little bit.
We'll put it in our bio.
Yeah, I
we
was
have
like,
to,
yeah,
then.
do it that way.
We have to put it in our description.
Not in our bio.
Our description. Not our bio. Our description.
Yeah, you
Our
guys gonna
description.
put it in the bio? Shit, all right.
Our description. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Our
the
description.
yeah.
Guys, our OnlyFans is in the fucking description.
Come hang out with me. My birthday is actually June 5th. So if y'all want to send me a little birthday gift on there, do your thing.
Send her a late birthday gift because this episode is going to be
Yeah,
uploaded in like
this will
4
be a little
weeks.
later,
No,
but-
like,
Oh, okay. Just send me a late birthday gift.
send
but,
her
you
a
know.
late birthday gift. All right, cool. Anything else you want to plug, talk about?
Do you guys have anything else for me?
I think we're kicking. We're like
No,
usual
I was gonna
time.
go through some of those comments, but I think we're good.
No, don't go to the comments.
Yeah,
bro.
we're
I don't
good.
want to.
We don't need the Twitter fingers to get. You know,
No,
excited
we don't want them. We don't want them famous.
Thought it would
and
be
popular.
funny, bro.
Yeah, I know. But
You're gonna give them a real nice high from that.
No, we're good. We'll put all your links in the description of the YouTube video. So if you're listening on Spotify, go to fucking YouTube, bro.
yeah, go to YouTube, man.
Yeah, and if you're not subscribing to them, what are you doing? Y'all are fake
Boom.
clowns.
92% to like 5% not subscribed.
Like,
They're gonna be like, you
comment,
called me a clown? Definitely not subscribing.
like, comment, subscribe. Otherwise, you're a big fat pussy bitch.